All right, welcome back to the One Piece Wanted podcast. Today we're going to be discussing the new live action posters, and as the last two chapters, 1072 and 1073, just the key events that happen, not necessarily a review. Yeah, let's get right into it. So we have the new live action posters. We have one where it's the close up of Luffy with his arms stretched out, saying "Coming 2023," and then we have the poster of the full crew. So really the only ones we need to look at, well, the only one we need to look at is the poster, but small little detail in Luffy's single poster, if you look, the bird in the sky does appear to be wearing a postman's hat. So,
Really?
I mean, it's a small little, you can't really tell unless you zoom in.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
I haven't seen anyone mess with that. I'm not saying it's Morgan's. It very well could be because he is a lot, bigger in the actual show. But I mean, it could be wearing a mailman's hat. At least it looks like it. But I noticed that. But yeah, let's talk about the main poster, the live action poster of the full crew, or at least our East Blue crew.
Alright, I'm just gonna say this. The Going Merry looks absolutely beautiful. It looks
I really do like it. People are saying that they don't really like how it looks, but I think this is the best they could have translated it into live action. Like, they could have had the little cartoony looking coat, but I think it looks a lot better like this in terms of live action.
what I love about this is they stayed true to the material and they kept the Straw Hats logo how it is in the anime.
Oh yeah, I love that part.
Because
That it really
Netflix.
is. It doesn't look exactly like it. There's a little bit you can tell it's not exactly the same, but it's enough where it's like this is believable to what it would look like in real life.
Yeah, because you know how Netflix does. They like to change up a bunch of shit. Like Luffy's shoes.
Yeah, people kind of thought that they were gonna change it because they changed the actual skull in the One Piece logo. Like I remember people saying that they think that the Jolly Rogers were gonna look like that. Which, I mean, it would have looked cool, but I do like how they decided to still stay with the cartoonish looking Jolly Roger.
Yeah. But that picture overall, it looks nice. I genuinely think it looks nice. It looks great. Usopp, and the thing is, Usopp's hair, it's no longer dreadlocks. So the actor, they have his traditional fuzzy hair, which I like.
Yep, it's perfect. Nami looks amazing. This is honestly hers and Zoro. Maybe Sanji, but like hers and Zoro honestly probably look the best in this picture.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, only thing is about Luffy is that it's one, the biggest thing is the shoes. I'm not a huge fan of the Air Force Ones, but you know, I'm sure I'll probably get used to it. And the other thing is that what he's wearing isn't necessarily shorts. They look like pants that have been rolled up, which is not bad. I'm not mad
Isn't
at it.
that what Luffy's pants? So my headcanon has always been that it was like rolled up,
No,
cuffed.
it's
Or was
it's
he?
it's
Is there legitimately just like fuzz around the edges of
yeah,
his
there's
shorts?
fuzz around the end of his shorts, but I mean, it's not a huge difference. You probably won't even notice it. But overall, they got Usopp looking like Usopp. They got Zoro looking crazy. Look at his back. Look at everything. I like that. And yeah, overall, I just hope that they keep Zoro's hair green. If they don't keep it green, I'm gonna fucking throw a fit.
I mean, it's got to be green. I can't imagine them having a real reason to change it because like everyone else has got spot on. And they could have kept Nami. Well, no, yeah, she already had like orange hair a little bit.
Nami looks
Zoro, I
awesome.
mean, like you have to have hair. You can't not do that, and you can't really tell like if you glance at the poster, but if you look close and you look at the lighting, like you can tell it's green.
Yeah, I could like it. It's sort of like I hope if they do anything, it's like it's dark green. Like it's not
Probably
green.
is gonna be dark green and more of like if he's in the sunlight, you can see it.
Mm. But yeah, overall, bro, it looks promising, bro. It looks very promising. I like it a lot. I like what they did here. Everybody looks good. The Sunny looks not Sunny. The Going Merry looks great. Everything looks great, especially Nami. I think Nami's gonna be like the most accurate out of everyone there.
I definitely think so. She's got to be the best. Usopp maybe he's pretty good, but like you can't. Obviously, no one really is gonna look like Usopp in real life.
I genuinely
His features
think
are so exaggerated.
I genuinely think it's gonna be the most accurate to the anime is either gonna be Nami or Sanji. We don't know what Sanji looks like right now, because we can tell he has like a wig on. He has hair because his actor has very short hair, but in the promo art you could see he has like a full set of hair. So I genuinely think he would look just like a real Sanji if if he um if he has like that type of hair.
Zoro's got the lats, bro. He's got them. Even when you see pictures of the actor like training, he's got them. His back is fucking insane and it's perfect, and I love it.
I love this, bro. I genuinely love this. I have high hopes, bro. This is the way that it's supposed to look.
I mean, it definitely does just give like it screams potential. Point where it's like, okay, they've waited this long to even really show us the kind of costumes as much as this. So I mean, there was effort that went into it.
But yeah, there's it looks great, bro. I know we made a couple videos back about poking fun at the characters, especially Kobe, which I'm not backing down on that. Kobe looks
I
like
know,
shit,
I'm not
but
satisfied with Kobe, bro. But like overall, the cast, like the main cast, it looks pretty good.
looks good, bro. I love it. They of course they had to make Arlong black, but I'm sure I'm sure that was a great call. I trust Oda.
He was just being real, bro.
Just being
Fishman,
real.
bro.
Fishman. But other than that, bro, that really does conclude the posters. There's not really much else to talk about. Um,
Yeah,
you know,
we can move on to the chapters. The posters, yep. So overall, pretty good posters, pretty hype. Hopefully they don't screw it up. You know, got high
hopefully
hopes
they
for
don't.
this.
Yes, setting sail 2023 fall.
Oh, man, I mean, it feels like no. It looks like it's a long time away, but it's gonna go by fast. It really is.
Look, they already making memes of the Zorro, of the live action Zorro, bro. He's in like posters now. See, this is what I love about the community, bro. I actually hope that they make Zorro like a dumb guy and he gets lost and shit. Already
Man,
making live action Zorro memes.
man, it's hype. It's hype. I'm excited. I think even if it's not something that even gets a continuation, the fact that we have this is good enough. We're
Mm-hmm.
at the point like because I don't want to say that it never deserved one. I think that it could have a live action that is solid but doesn't go too far. The way I always envisioned it was that if they were gonna do a live action One Piece, it was gonna have to be maybe a little bit darker.
Mm-hmm.
Because like there are dark themes in the story, but like I feel like had to be like a pretty gritty story. It could work that way in live action too. I mean, you do lose kind of the magic when you get rid of all like the goofiness to it. But yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to see what they do with it.
Yep, I know they're gonna do well.
All right, so chapter 1072, The Weight of Memory. And that title in particular refers to Kuma's memories. Vegapunk noticed that when someone dies, they weigh a little bit less, as if it's their soul leaving their body. and that their soul and their memories, their personality itself has its own weight, which is a little bit interesting. We had our cover page for Jeremus 66, A Motionless Excursion. And we just get to see a little bit of mass-produced weapons. Water by the mad scientist. Since Vegapunk's the only one who actually is ads for good. We see all our villains here. Judge, Queen, and Caesar. Pretty cool cover story. And the way the chapter starts, we see Bonnie. She's kind of baiting Vegapunk into coming to help her. And we get to see some of her powers. Able to make herself into like a big buff woman, Vegapunk, and then she goes to stab him and turns him into a baby. If you notice, he still has the apple on his head, so it doesn't make the person that she affects, like, actually their whole body goes back in time. It just turns their current body into an infant. Vegapunk can still talk because he has the brain fruit, and he knows how to talk.
Mm-hmm.
They get into an argument about Kuma, and he explains to her that he made a promise to Kuma that he wouldn't tell Bonnie the reason why he did it. For a multitude of reasons, I think that it might have something to do with her future, whether it's saving her from something. We'll have to find out in a later chapter. We still really don't know. But there is a chamber that has a big paw that we've seen Kuma, like when he gave Zoro a fraction of Luffy's pain, all the big energy that he's able to suck out. And we see a big paw. And it is revealed to us that these are Kuma's memories. Now, where they move forward with this is, I'm guessing, could be a short little arc, a flashback arc with Kuma's story. They actually, maybe Bonnie's going to absorb the memories and actually witness what he saw. It could also be a kind of backup for Kuma. It's okay, we have his memories. We can give it back to him, but that's if Kuma survives climbing up the wall. Which we still don't know what's going on with what's really going on with that, because he is being attacked and kind of having a last stand. Hopefully he makes it out and we can get him back to where he needs to be. Now, the main event of this chapter. The reveal of Stussy to be a clone of Miss Buckingham from the Rocks Pirates. The first successful clone of Mads. We kind of knew that they were working on a clone, especially with the image of the girl, like the silhouette that we saw. We knew there was somebody, and this is also the person Vegapunk had called for help. And she takes out Lucci, and she takes out Kaku. Easy. Lucci couldn't even touch her, bro. She phased out of the way of a bullet. Well, his little bullet pinch. It's crazy.
It is crazy.
Well, that was in the next chapter, but her reveal in this chapter is that. But yeah, she easily took them both out. Low effort. Which is crazy. Very first successful clone. Too, which is very important as well.
Yes.
That's 1072. So we can talk about that. It does go into more 1073 stuff with her moveset being able to phase in between attacks. And then obviously knock people out. She uses Sea Stone as a weapon to her advantage because she's able to press it against Lucci's neck and then bite him and take him out. Which is interesting too. So, let's talk about that. Let's talk about Stussy. So what do you think is going on with that?
What do I think is going on with Stussy? So I believe that she was the first prosperous clone. I believe that there's other clones that didn't work. For example, one of them is Weevil. I think that Weevil is a botched clone of Whitebeard. They used his DNA and they tried to raise him, but it just didn't go through. I believe that it was that his growth was accelerated to the point where his brain didn't function compared to his size. So that's why he's so slow. That's why he's, he's so, him. He's a slow guy.
Yeah.
So, I believe he does have that lineage factor because, as you could see, he does resemble Whitebeard as a kid. He has the long beard, the luscious hair, the scars. It's like he looks just like Whitebeard, only if Whitebeard had like the traditional Oda
I
drawings,
mean,
the
it's
terrible
yeah, it's like
ending.
if Oda had the bad timeline.
Yeah, like the bad
That's what
timeline
he is.
Whitebeard without the powers. I believe that, and obviously, the real Stussy was programming him like, yeah, you're Whitebeard's son. No, he's very prideful of that.
Yeah, I'm guessing that Stussy was the only one that they either convinced or actually got to help go through the full process of cloning. So maybe she agreed that she would raise the Whitebeard clone. Then he ended up not being a very good one.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, I mean, definitely interesting. Hopefully they actually go somewhere with this. He did get captured, so there could be a bigger reason for that rather than just taking him out as a former warlord.
Yep, and on when she was revealed to Stussy, it was said that she was a former member of the Rocks Pirates, a self-proclaimed scientist, and Mad's resident freeloader. As in, like Mads, the group of the scientists. You got Vegapunk and those other four bastards. I don't know who they are, but you got those guys. She was a freeloader there, so she probably had some part to do with Whitebeard cloning.
Yeah, and even then, all the cloning that we're seeing now, I'm guessing that this is going to be a pretty big topic coming up. Whether or not we're going to see clones of past legends. I'm not even talking about like Roger Rock stuff. I mean, we could see stuff from even beyond them, clones, like just DNA samples that they found. I wouldn't go as far to say a Joy Boy clone, because I think if we are going to see Joy Boy, we're probably going to see the real Joy Boy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Luffy.
Or the real original Joy Boy. Because
Luffy
Luffy is the current
yeah.
Joy Boy. But we might get to see the real one, whether or not that's a flashback or that's something with time. Because I did see a supposed, and this is in really big quotation marks, Reddit leak of the ending of One Piece. It's like 10 pages. I read the whole thing.
Where is
One of
that?
it was that Bonnie's fruit and Luffy's fruit, something's going to happen, and that's going to send them back in time to meet Joy Boy. It sounds a little crazy with like no context, but when you read the whole thing, it's like, okay, like, I could see that happening. Yeah.
Who said? Who told you this? Where did you find this? It's fucking.
Bro, I
Reddit.
swear I found it, bro.
It's fucking.
It wasn't
Reddit.
on. I didn't like search for it. I saw it on TikTok, and it was like the One Piece ending got leaked. And I was like, okay, what's this? So I go look it up. 10 pages. It's like some of it's really good, and some of it's like, okay.
Let's see this shit.
Let me see if I can find the exact one.
Okay. Fake ass One Piece on bro.
Okay, but here's apparently with the leak was, or what I read was a guy predicting things that happened, like that had been happening in the story, and that would be later revealed, like in this arc. That was why some people were believing it. Trying to figure out where it is. It's just not there anymore.
Because for that to be leaked, right? I don't like that's a super hard task because Oda and his team are the only people that know it, and I've heard the SBS is those little like things that the fans ask them. I'm pretty sure there was one where somebody was like if you die, who has the answers to the One Piece? And he said it's like he trusted at least one or two people with it. So I don't think it's written. I don't think it's like written. I think
it's probably not written. It's probably just the idea is out there. But still, I mean, even if I'm not even that, that's why I said in quotation marks the leak, because it's probably just a theory that just happened to be getting things right. Yeah, I'm guessing that the ending of One Piece isn't written more so. It's just the idea is known by a few.
Yeah, I think that's how it is.
Yeah, so a lot of stuff coming up with clones. I mean, we already see the Seraphim. For all we know, the clone at first was just saying, okay, can we actually make a replica of somebody?
Mm-hmm.
Now they can, like, okay, now we're going to make a weaponized replica of somebody.
The Sarah.
So, yeah, I mean, at this point, we just got to really see where it goes from here. There's not really much more to discuss about this chapter. But, I don't know, should we discussion? Have any ideas?
We still got the Rocks Pirates.
Rocks Pirates, yeah. So, Rocks Pirates happened in God Valley. That was so important. That is really the question, and that's something that we need to know. Probably not anytime soon. We're probably not going to get to know it anytime soon. Might be towards the end of the story, maybe when we learn more about Shanks, because he was found in God Valley. I'm assuming that he probably has a lot more information that lead on. No, I'm sure Roger and his crew told him at some point. At least before he died,
Yeah.
And then you were saying that you think that he's Rock's son.
Yes, I am a firm believer that he's Rock's son, right? Because Shanks and Buggy, right? I believe that Buggy was on God Valley too. Shanks and Buggy were 2 years old when Roger got to Roadstar Island, right? The last island on the Grand Line. And in One Piece time, that was 37 years ago from then. 13 years later, not episode 966, right, happens 1 year before Gold Roger becomes Pirate King. So Shanks and Buggy in this episode should be around like 13, 14 years old. And they do look like teenagers in that age, right? Mm-hmm. Marco, he made a comment, right, about Buggy and Shanks, that they behave like veterans, that it's because they've been in the crew for so long, they're not apprentices, right? And Roger and Rayleigh make these comments. Makes you wonder, like, what babies did they hold and why does it bring back memories? Well, now you know, because, Shanks and Buggy scene were even shifts from Momo and Hiyori to Buggy and Shanks, right? It's because they have a similar story. Yeah. And I believe that, after the God Valley fight, right, Roger found like a chest hidden somewhere on the ship, right, where fucking Rocks was holding Shanks, right, to keep him safe. And they saw that, and we get a picture, right, like a little flashback. It's like 1 second in film red from Shanks, and it's like Roger and Rayleigh and everybody in his crew looking down in a chest, right? And it's implied that, yeah, this is like Shanks was in here, right? And supposedly it's after God Valley. It should be, right? And I believe that's why, we don't know Shanks' last name. Everybody in the series, bro. Basically 99% of the people in the series, the important guys, we know fucking Buggy's last name. We know fucking Mihawk, we know fucking Zoro, Luffy, even Roger, right? But we don't know Shanks' last name. Why? It's because it's Shanks D. Xebec, the only son of Rocks. And it's fun. It sounds crazy, but it makes a lot of sense, because I think that Rocks was an ex. I think that he was an ex. What do you call it? Celestial dragons, right?
Yeah,
I believe that he was an ex Celestial dragon, Rocks, and right, he found out about Eam, right, and they found out that he found out, right. He said she said shit, and he escaped. He escaped Mary Joie, and he wanted to build up this strong crew, to just take down Eam, right, and become the king of the world. That was his dream. He wanted to rule the world. They can't do that if Eam is in the throne, right? So he built up this crew, and he's about to go to Mary Joie, right? He's getting ready, and then the Marines was like, "Yo, let's put our pride aside. Let's ask the one strongest pirate that we can take. And it was Roger, and they fought, and you know how it ended, right? But it would
Yeah.
explain why he's able to just walk in to the Gorosei and have a conversation. And that's something that is incomprehensible in the One Piece.
We still don't even know why today,
Right.
after all these years.
Because they're hidden. They're the five elders. They're the five hidden elders, right? The world does not know about them. Right? Not even I don't even think the Celestial Dragons know. No, I think they know about I think the Celestial Dragons know about the five elders, but not Eam.
Yeah, they probably don't know about Eam, because only the elders know about Eam.
Mm-hmm. And Shanks just can casually just walk in there. Right? And I believe that Shanks's role in the world is to maintain balance. Right? I believe he maintains balance in the world. He has no biases towards his crew, towards his friends. He maintains the balance. He stops the wars, right? When the fucking when the Marineford happened, he walked in there and was like, "Yo, stop this shit now." Fucking even Akainu was like, "You know what? All right." He fucking backed down. Everybody backed down. Sengoku. Now, let's say if it was fucking Kaido's crew, you think they would have backed down because Kaido was a threat? No.
Yeah, definitely not, bro.
And the way that the anime made it seem like, Akainu was getting dog walked. He did lose, but it wasn't as bad as it was in the anime. Akainu actually was basically marked Whitebeard for death by taking off half of his face. But they didn't show that in the anime, so it's okay. But you think that all those Marines would have stopped just because Kaido came? They would have just called more backup. They would have just called more people. But they stopped when Shanks' crew came. And it was just because of Shanks. Nobody else. Even Akainu, bro, Akainu was ready to fucking punch a hole through Kobe, one of his own people, to get to Luffy.
Yeah.
And it's like, you think they would stop for a pirate? No. He was ready to kill him. He was ready to kill Kobe. You think he would stop for fucking Kaido if he was like, stop the war? No, nigga, he would have went and he would have kept fighting. So it's like, you gotta realize Shanks has always been a mastermind. That's why I believe that he reminded them about Luffy. I don't think he was talking about Blackbeard. I think he was talking about Luffy. And I don't know.
I mean, yeah, that's probably the biggest guess that you could have for the pirate that he wanted to talk to them about.
Not I don't know evil shit, right? Because Shanksy has no biases, right? He loves Luffy, but he has to maintain, how the world is, world order. So what he did, he was like, "Yo," he basically gave him a heads up, like, "Yo, Luffy's gonna awaken this fruit. He has it. I'm sure you guys know. There's nothing you can do about it." Right? And then he walked out. And they started taking drastic measures. It's like, oh shit, he fucking Shanks knows he's about to do this. Fuck. Hasn't been awakened in fucking millions of years. Shit. They start panicking. They start sending CP0 to kill him, which they did. They got CP0 to get him killed by Kaido. But by then it was too late.
They got clapped, bro. They got bodied.
Yeah, it was too late, bro. That one guy got one-shotted by Kaido. He got off-screened. That's how bad it was, because Kaido was pissed. Right? But I genuinely think, death or not, Luffy was about to awaken his fruit. Death or not. One more chapter, if he kept fighting, he would have awakened it out of nowhere. But yeah, that's that. And speaking of the Gorosei, in this latest chapter, 1073, we finally get to see one of the Gorosei, and we get to know their name. And I believe,
Yep, Jai Garcia, Saturn.
I believe that they were Celestial Dragons as well, all of them. I think that they were all Celestial Dragons because you see with the Don Quixote family and the Jay Garcia family now, that's two Celestial Dragon names that we know, and they have one thing in common. It all has some sort of Spanish origin, some sort of Spanish name. Right? The Don Quixote.
That is true.
Jay Garcia, right? But the thing is, his name is Saturn. I think that's a code name, right? I think that's his code name, right? Because it falls under the
I mean,
line.
it could be his name. He could just be a particular special case.
Mm-hmm. I think no. I think all of them have planet names because you got to realize like all the you see there's a lot of earthly galaxy planet names right in One Piece that have significance like Pluton, Saturn now, Pluton, Pluto, Saturn, Poseidon,
Uranus.
which is basically the Roman god for Neptune. It's literally the same guy. You got Uranus, right? Fucking the sun god Nika, right?
Yep.
Now I believe the other ones are Mars, um, Venus, um, what would be a good one?
Mercury.
Mercury, yes, and then Earth. Earth is obviously Eem, Mother Sea. I think it all connects, bro. I think it genuinely all connects.
It will all connect in the end, I believe.
I think that they're gonna slow, but this is the thing, though. This is what I'm scared. They're just sending out one of the elders.
Maybe they probably think that's all they need.
And that's what I'm scared for because like I'm scared for two reasons, right? I'm scared that one, they're not as strong as we think, because they're sending out one of these guys, right? And you know, if that guy gets fucking clapped, what do you think? Like it would just kind of be disappointing, bro. That's the latter, though. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think that this motherfucker is gonna wreak some havoc, bro. I think he's just gonna come through and just fuck shit up. He's gonna be strong as fuck.
Yeah.
Just start beating niggas' asses. But
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely gotta have like Conqueror's Haki or some shit.
on this topic, I think they might have, and this is where I might dilute from the story, but I think they might have another form of hockey that we don't know about, like a new form.
So
A new form of hockey that we might not know about. That would be a good way to make them seem overpowered. It's because like what the hell is this? It's like what is this force? Well, how are they doing this, right? And it's just a new form of hockey, right? That's how I would believe it to be. But I think what it is I think they're all Zoans.
it might all be Zoans.
I think they're all Zoans.
Or they could just have really powerful devil fruits.
Because
just regular like Paramecia.
Now we see that Zoans, mythical Zoans at that, are the strongest fruits. When they're awakened, like Luffy's. Mythical Zoan Nika. Imagine if fucking Kaido's fruit was awakened.
Yeah.
I believe they're all Zoans. And which Zoans they are, I think that they're gods.
Oh yeah, you're right, because their names and shit.
Yes. Now I'm not very keen with Roman and Roman gods, but I know that they all represent a planet. I can actually search it up because I know Nika obviously is a god of the sun, right? But there's Gaia. I know Gaia is the god of the earth, right? That's the earth god. I really gotta search this up because you know that's one of the reasons why our planets are named what they are now. Like I know that Neptune is obviously the god of the god of the sea. That's why it's named Neptune. That's why our planet's named Neptune. We got Saturn. It was named for the Roman god of agriculture. The planet's sluggish movement reminded ancient people of him. That's why he's a god of whatever agriculture. So I think this might be what they are what they represent, honestly.
Could be. That's a pretty valid point.
Like the Roman gods. Okay, let's see. Okay, here we go. Mercury was named after the Roman god of travel. Venus was named after the Roman goddess of love and beauty. Mars was the Roman god of war. Jupiter was the king of the Roman gods. And Saturn was the Roman god of agriculture. So imagine if they had some sort of fruits for these mythical gods. Because now we have the sun. Now we might have the fucking Saturn fruit. Imagine all these fruits are just, all these mythical god fruits are actual like god fruits.
I mean, I can see that because we already know we have the sun god Nika fruit. Just say there aren't more god fruits.
Yeah, I guarantee there is. And the last and strongest one is Gaia. Mythical.
Which is probably Eames.
The mythical fruit Gaia. One that can control all elements. One that can control water. The biggest shit for devil fruits. The biggest fucking counter. I genuinely believe that Eames fruit is like the Gaia no me. It's like, you know, she can control rock, she can control fire, she can control wind, she can control all that shit because she is Earth. Be the hardest devil fruit to counter.
That's exactly why Nika is going to be the first to do it, or at least the second time it's been done. Yeah, I mean, obviously Joy Boy had to have lost if she's still around.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the second time someone's faced off against her with like a fair fight.
Yeah, I think there's been only 2 Joy Boys, right? I genuinely think that.
I think so.
Because it would be cool. It would be cool if this has been going on for thousands of years, and there's just been a new Joy Boy every couple thousand of years. But I don't think it would make much sense because what they said, it hasn't been awakened in 800 years. And that's when the Void Century happened. So I think that, yeah, it's just been one Joy Boy, and he's the destined one. And I love what they did now with this, is because Luffy is his own guy, right? I love that they didn't go the Naruto route and be like, you were destined to be good. It's like, you were destined to come here and unlock all these powers and not die, right? Because it just ruined all of Naruto's achievements, bro. It just ruined everything. So I'm glad that they went the route that they did.
It really is perfect. It's chosen one trope done right, to be honest.
Definitely, because he did it on his own.
All right, I think that's a good place to end it.
I think that is a good place to end it. A very good discussion.
All right, so we'll see you guys in the next episode. Hopefully not too long from now.
Yeah, we gotta be more consistent.
We're gonna be more consistent. We gotta be.
I'm gonna try to make some more clips tonight.